Good morning from Montana. We have just left the llama ranch where we spent a lovely evening in the Den Schuur cabin, which apparently means the barn in Dutch. Right out of the gate, we have about a 6-mile, 2,200-foot climb up this canyon. It's pretty narrow, but it's still pretty. Looks like we have a little logging operation going on over here on the left. I don't remember if I said it's July 23rd. That makes it day 55 on the Great Divide. Currently the temperature is 46 degrees, so it's a little bit brisk this morning, but I like it. And since this is such a narrow canyon that we're climbing up, we are shaded from the sun currently, which means I don't have to put the nasty sunblock on for a little while yet. We are headed for Oando, Montana. It is approximately 60 miles and I think 4,400 feet of climbing. So it's going to be a little bit longer of a day today. We have a stop in Lincoln this morning to get some snacks and maybe have lunch before we continue our trek to Oando. We're still working our way up this drainage. 3 miles to go to the top, but there's still 1,550 feet to go, which means we'll be climbing a wall here shortly to get to the top. And it is very green and a very nice drainage. I've been on the lookout for the western larch tree, but we're still south too far. I haven't spotted one yet, but we should be getting close to their range shortly. The tree is also called the tamarack, and it's a favored species for firewood cutters. Check back in a few. Still working our way up this first drainage from the llama ranch. We have 1 mile to go and about 600 feet. Kind of opened up and got out of the trees here. Yeah, very nice. Check back in a few. All right, just coming up on the top of this climb here. That was a tough one. Looks like we got a lookout tower up there at the very top, just past the doe right back there. Surprised I didn't see more deer up here at the top of this. Just the one today. Let's see, 6.72 miles, 2,100 feet. Took an hour 53 minutes to get up here with an average speed of 3.6 miles per hour. Whew. Oh, so pretty. All right, check back in a few. Here comes here comes Leslie, hammering out the last bit like a rock star. Man, it's still only 57 degrees. It's a bit chilly.
just like that. 2,000.
Welcome to Granite Butte.
This is Granite Butte.
Yep.
Sweet. Might be time for a vest.
Yeah, it might be time for a coat. It's kind of chilly up here.
Good job.
Me too.
Woohoo.
Way to hammer it out. Oh, here comes Karsten. Let's get him on camera. We've been trading spaces back and forth with Karsten and Isabella. The last like 30 days.
Since ABQ.
Since ABQ. You're on camera, wave.
Hello.
Good morning.
Welcome to the top of Granite Butte.
That was steep.
It was steep, huh?
But not as bad as Roger said. Like big chunky rocks, I was like, yeah. But plenty of space in between.
Yeah.
Whew.
Nice work.
Good job.
You too.
All right, tell the listeners goodbye.
Bye bye.
All right, now the fun part. Going downhill. This should take us right into Lincoln, and hopefully we can find a place to get some breakfast. Woohoo! Slipping in the mud. The last 3 places that we've stopped and had Wi-Fi hasn't been good enough to download any videos, and I'm afraid this file's getting fairly large, so hopefully I can find something in Oando to get some of them downloaded. Otherwise I'm going to be so far behind I can't catch up, and then our videos will get delayed. And Mom, you're doing such an awesome job with our videos on YouTube. We're so appreciative and grateful. And so many people are amazed that you're so technically savvy that you can do all of this. So everybody's super impressed with your skills and abilities. So good job. Love ya. Lots of lodgepole in here, but I haven't spotted any tamarack yet. We just popped down on this nice improved gravel road. We got about 6 miles into Lincoln. It's a nice gradient, so we don't even have to work too hard. Still pretty chilly, so I put on my coat for this downhill section. All right, we're just a couple miles out of Lincoln. It's a beautiful day. So nice. Definitely like in Montana, especially the further north we get. And we have a couple more climbs coming right away. There goes a beautiful load of lodgepole pine. All right, check back in at breakfast. All right, strolling into Lincoln here. Great big pine trees. Yeah, this town has a nice feel to it. Lots of shade, green grass. Maybe we'll give this restaurant a try. They see Bigfoot right here. Oh yeah. All right, we got one more 700-foot climb over 3.5 miles. We get to the top of this pass, and then we'll start dropping down the other side. Montana definitely has some steep mountains. These road climbs are quite a bit steeper than we got in Colorado, Wyoming, and New Mexico. We weren't in Idaho too long, so it's hard to compare that state. There's still some big mountains in front of us here. Leslie is up there singing to the bears. And just like that, folks, we are into some really nice tamarack logs right here. We just kind of came around and headed up the side of the mountain, and boom, great big patch. Oh, that's beautiful. I love it. Still climbing up North Beaver Creek Road. We just came around a real sharp switchback. So now we're headed back in the direction that we just came from, which gives us a lot better of the view of the mountain up here. It's actually quite dramatic up here. We are climbing over a decent mountain range here. A lot of these fir trees The needles are dying out on the end of all the branches. And I don't know if that's an indication of a beetle infestation. I don't think they've been subject to extremely hot temperatures this summer. And it doesn't seem to be too dry. But yeah, a great percentage of this forest is displaying the same symptoms, so I hope all these trees are not dying. Thankfully, this last climb has been about a 4% grade. And 4% is pretty easy to pedal up and manage. But you double that to 8%, it's pretty slow going. But 4% is a nice gentle grade. Check back in a few. All right, I think we're at the top, but we are not going in the Porcupine Basin. And down we go. This is going to drop down pretty steep, about 5 miles, and then we have a flattish slog into Oando for about the last 15 miles.
That's pretty.
Yeah, very nice. There's our road down there. Switch back and forth up this here mountain. And there's the flats that we're going to pedal across to get into Oando. Got some nice wood logs decked up here. All right, check back in a few. Well, we lucked out with a very strong headwind for the last 15 miles into Oando. The wind's right out of the west, and we're pretty much going west right into town. Oh, we just came out of the hills right there on my left into this really flat plain. It's quite amazing, really. Very cool. Check back in a few. All right, we are about 13 miles out of Oando at the Montana Mountain View Ranch, and they have a cooler here with water, so we stopped and took advantage of the water.
It says the proceeds go to a future farm stand.
Oh, that's cool. We really appreciate things like this, to stop and get a drink of water. Thank you, Montana Mountain View Ranch, and we'll check back in a few. We are just about 1.5 miles from being into Oando. Of the strong headwind, we'll be there ASAP. We have arrived. How you feeling?
I'm tired.
How many miles did we do?
61,
How much did we climb?
4,500 feet.
We were on the bike 9.5 hours.
It was a long day. How are you feeling?
I could do another 120.
Okay. Let's go.
I'm ready for a drink. And I don't want any more wind on my face.
Same.
I feel tired. And I hit lots of bumps today.
So many bumps.
Ciao.
Evening from Oando, Montana. I am here with
Isabel
And Karsten.
and Karsten. And where are you guys from?
Germany,
Germany. And we met in
Abiquiu,
Abiquiu.
which is in New Mexico.
and which had like the worst downhill ever. But Leslie liked it,
Yeah.
I did like it.
which says a lot about her. And her skills, her mountain biking skills.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and did I ask you where you're from yet?
Yes.
Yes.
I think we entered.
Germany. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, no brain tonight.
No problem.
Anyway, so we've been leapfrogging because we're all going northbound.
Yeah. One of the few.
One of the few.
Yeah.
What has been your favorite part of the adventure so far?
You start first.
Okay, so even though it was super hard, I like New Mexico a lot because it had this feeling of a new adventure beginning, finally starting it. And we had beautiful sunsets and sunrises there.
I would agree. Even though it was hard, I did
Yeah.
enjoy New Mexico.
And I was even able to get up very early to enjoy the sunrises.
Yeah, you had to.
Because nowadays I try to sleep a bit longer.
Yeah.
Where he wants to go
Yeah.
early.
But it's okay. We managed. I would say my favorite part was Colorado because, well, it was the first part after New Mexico. And we had trees, we had water, we had shade, and we had beautiful views and beautiful passes too, which we had to conquer one at a time. And I think this is the part I enjoyed the most so far.
And what about least favorite?
Yeah, washboards.
All the washboard roads, mainly in New Mexico.
Yeah.
So New Mexico had both the most beautiful but also the most horrible
Right.
Yeah.
things.
And drivers of big pickup cars, most of the time Ford F-150s. If one of you guys are hearing this, sorry.
Be careful with
Yeah.
cyclists.
Exactly.
Don't
3
get too
feet.
close.
Yeah. I especially since we got here in Montana. I would say the vast majority of people are kind and nice and give you a lot of room.
Yeah.
But there's an occasional
Yeah,
little bit scary driver.
exactly.
But it
Yeah.
will get better in Canada, we think
Yeah.
Exactly.
and hope.
Yeah.
We're almost there.
So we're all headed to Banff. You guys are going a little further to Jasper.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yep. Because you have more time than
Yeah.
we do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So enjoy the rest of your trip.
Thank you.
Same to you.
It's been fun leapfrogging, and
Yeah.
hopefully we'll see you again before you head back.
I'm pretty sure we will.
We try to catch you again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that fast.
Bye
Okay.
everyone.
Bye. Oando! Totally the wrong direction. I can only do it this way.
Good morning from Oando, Montana. It is July 24th. That makes it day 56 on the Great Divide Trail. We are headed for Holland Lake today, up in the Lolo National Forest. How many miles have we got today?
57.
And what's our elevation approximately?
2200.
There you have it, folks. It's currently 53 degrees. A bluebird day. We've been getting really lucky with the weather this year so far. Our current elevation is 4,100 feet. That's pretty low.
Yeah.
We haven't been this low in elevation for quite some time, but we're headed back up into the mountains here on the way to Holland Lake. Check back in a few. We're making our way up the first climb here in the Oando National Forest. It's very pretty. This climb's about 650 feet over 2.5 miles, making that about a 5% grade. It's been a pretty forest so far.
No bears.
Nice lake, huh? Alright, we're just rolling into Seeley Lake here. Gonna find a bite to eat, get some snacks, and then head on up to Holland Lake. Should be good. I just left Seeley Lake, where I had a burger. Leslie had part of a breakfast burrito, a couple of cold drinks. We got stocked up on the stuff we need for the next 2 days, and we're still headed for the Holland Lake campground. And this climb coming up, it's 1,950 feet over 7 miles. It says it's an average gradient of 5%, and it looks pretty even on the graph. There's some steeper parts up towards the top, and this fire that came through from Oando all the way up through here just burnt a lot of timber off, and I'm not sure when that caught on fire. I'll have to find out. Check back in a few. This is a pretty cool climb. We're gonna take this all the way around, clear up to the head of this thing, way up there. It's a really uniform valley, so this must have been carved out by glaciers during the last glacial maximum. And I find glaciers pretty fascinating. Big old block of ice, you don't think it could move down the mountain like a river. what they do and just kind of scoop everything out with them as they go. Anyway, that's pretty cool. I can't wait to see the view back down this valley when we get up there to the top. That's going to be pretty cool. I can kind of see the road snaking its way around there. We still have 5.3 miles to go and 1,600 feet before we reach the top of this one. So quite a bit of work left. Check back soon. Recording you. Huh? Recording you.
Whew. It's a good one.
Morel Falls is coming up on the right.
On the right?
In about another half mile. Well, I don't know for sure, but that's probably Morel Falls over there. But I'm not sure. If it's in the main canyon, it's unlikely we'll be able to see it from here on the road. All right, check back in a few. We still got 4.5 miles and 1,281 feet. As we climb up here on the right, we have Divine Peak, Pyramid Peak, and then that is Leota Peak. And those are some serious mountains. This is definitely a cool ride up this canyon. When you go up it, you get to enjoy it more. Whereas when you fly down it, you don't see much, because you're always on the lookout for the rock that's going to put you on your head. All right, check back in a few. Here's a good look at the canyon we're pedaling up. It'll be 2,200 feet from Seeley Lake to the top. We still have 940 feet to go from here. Pretty sight. And the road ends right here. And then we got single track all the way, the rest of the way up to the top of this. I found your single track.
So cool. I'll follow you.
You will?
Yeah.
All right. 1,000 feet to go. So we just popped over a saddle, and this is the other side of that range that we just climbed up. I see a lake down there and another mountain range in the distance. I don't even know what that is. And there's an exciting part of the trail right here that's trying to slough off into the canyon. Pretty darn amazing mountain range. That was fun. Now we got a little bit of downhill. And I don't know if we have 1 or 2 more bumps before we get to Holland Lake. Nothing crazy, but there'll certainly be work after today. We're currently at 4,524 feet of climbing, 43 miles. The elevation here is 6,500 feet, 76 degrees, and it's 3:27 in the afternoon. So I'm predicting a arrival at the Holland Lake campground in about 2 more hours. Let's see how we get on. All right, that's a pretty view. Is that Holland Lake or is it further? Where are we at?
We're like 8 miles out, or 10.
I think that right there is not it. I think ours is around the corner a little bit.
Sawtell Peak.
Right now, we're going to do some switchbacks. We're going to go 5 miles and we're only going to go like 700 feet. It's going to be fun.
And Hemlock Point. Oh, there. Elk Creek Point. Elk Peak.
Them some big mountains. Well, we got about 5 miles to the lake, 4 miles.
We're here at the Owl Creek Packer Campground. Holland Lake was full. Yep. And we had a nice surprise from Lee's friend Nancy. She brought us lasagna, Caesar salad, chips and dip, and cheesecake and s'mores, and icy cold water right down there, and
Drinks. Diet Pepsi.
Today was a long day, and that Diet Pepsi was amazing.
It was a long day. Now we're going to have s'mores.
No. Look,
raspberry cheesecake's what I'm having.
You're having raspberry cheesecake. And then we got a s'mores cooker here, which is crazy.
That's a s'more
I failed to bring one thing.
What was that?
S'mores.
No, the stick. We might have to.
You can improvise.
Yes.
We can do it the old-fashioned way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Nancy.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
It's so great to see you guys and listen to your stories and follow you along the road.
And
So
I think
awesome.
I thank you, and I think you're responsible for the pie song, maybe.
Do you hear the pie song? He must have practiced it for days or something.
He did.
All the words. I'm like, wow, you know the pie song better than I do.
Out on the trail every day, Lee sang the pie song for weeks.
They probably got tired of it.
All the way to Pie Town.
You have a pie song?
I sure do.
You should sing us.
Oh, is it a pie song kind of night?
No.
That's just the words.
I forgot the words already.
Oh, darn it.
Anyway, well, we're very appreciative.
You're welcome.
Thank you so
You
much.
should have some
Thank
pie.
you.
I'm gonna have some. Okay. Cheers.
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 Cheers.